Hey friends, TeresaLouise here. I quilt too. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Sunday, June 22nd already. Oh my word. Time flies when you're having fun, right? That's what they say anyway. Yeah, glad to see you here. Hi Polly. Hi Mel, how's it going? Like how I shortened your name there? Working on the horse, working on the horse. Hey Donna. So I hope everybody is well today. Yeah, I'm going to work on the horse for a little while, and then I might go do some sewing, and who knows? It's you know, it's a guess. Hey, Mary. I know I'm came on early today because I was awake. Number one, I wanted to get up here and get started, and so I just thought, what the heck? I'll just go on early. So, hey Susan, how you doing? Okay, based in a quilt. No problem. No problem. You can be the lurker. I actually do that a lot in videos. If what I'm busy doing something, can't really chat, I just have it on and lurk. So no big deal. Hi Linda. Oh no, you got a hot day? It's cold here. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. Oh, that feels good. Really hard to sit down here and work on this horse the way I have it set up. So I have to stand up, which is, good too. We can't, we shouldn't sit down all the time, right? That's not healthy. I guess I could slide the panel down. Yeah. Hey, Jamie, how's it going today? Oh my goodness, Donna, 92 and humid. Oh, let's see. The last time I looked, it was like 52, I think. 52. All right. So, I feel like putting my long johns back on, but I do have like two warm shirts on, kind of like sweaters, because it's cold. Yeah, 52. Got really cold last night. It's supposed to start warming back up a little bit, like uh, high 60s, low 70s. Uh, we got snow up on the mountain, so I was expecting the snow. It's supposed to be like 6,000 feet, which we are not 6,000 feet. So at 6,000 feet, they were supposed to get up to 4 inches. I don't know if they got that or not, but we are like 4,500 thereabout, but it's still cold. So today it's really cloudy. It looks like it's going to rain, but supposedly, it's not supposed to. So, but it's cold and cloudy. So. Mary says 92 in Minnesota. Yeah, snow. Oh, thank you. Hi, Patty. She said she loves the horses. Yeah, I thought I would hang those up. They're not done. They still need to be quilted. But which one do you like better? The purple one or the blue one? I love purple and I do love that purple one, but I think I like the blue one best. So yeah, I wish I could send my weather to you and I wish I could get your warmer weather up here. Although you could keep the humidity. I don't care for hot and humid because I grew up hot and dry. So that's what I'm more used to that. Let's see, Mary says purple. Judy likes the blue one. Donna likes the blue one. Susan likes the purple. Yeah, Jamie, that is a hard decision. They are both beautiful. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Hi, Debbie. Yeah, it's tough to pick. Hey, Katie. Okay, Katie. Yeah, I know. I think you come on in like an hour, a little less than an hour. Whichever one you want to send me. I love them both. That's a good one. Hey, Joan. Hey, Pat. Okay. Oh, I need to post some pictures in the Facebook group, or if I could, in the community tab. So, Brandon and I, what was it? I think third, was it Wednesday? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. Not that it matters what day it is. But anyway, Wednesday, we drove up to a place called Wild Horse Lake. Is that right? Yeah. I don't know what the elevation is up there, but there was still snow on the ground. There was a little bit of snow on the road, but not bad enough to where it prevented you from going anywhere uh, or going through. But up there, the road was like major rocky. Oh my God. And I'm not talking just little rocks, you know, uh, just killed my neck. But the lake was so beautiful. Picture, a mountain lake, a lake on top of a really high mountain, okay? High mountain lakes and rugged, pine trees and this and that. Everything's green. Um, Even though there's still snow, all there's wildflowers are popping up everywhere. You know, we took our fishing poles and Brandon did fish, but I got so busy taking pictures of flowers that I really didn't fish. So he didn't catch any fish, but there were signs there that other people were catching fish. So there's supposed to be fish in that lake. It was a really long drive because the whole way is pretty much a dirt road and very windy, and it goes along, uh, I call it a creek, but some people call it a small river or a river. To me, a river is big, but you know, it's bigger than a stream. smaller than a river. And that was beautiful too. And as soon as it warms back up, I'm going to go back up there to the little river and fish in that and take more pictures of flowers. Oh, so many wildflowers. And I have no idea what they're all called, but some of them are like Indian paintbrush was one of them. So I do know some of the names, okay? Indian paintbrush. There were a lot of little yellow flowers, like yellow daisies, you know. Um, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're not daisies, but uh, oh, Penseum, which Penseum is really pretty, gets really tall and thin, and the flower on it is really long. And the hummingbirds love it, you know. And what else did I see? There were some really pretty plants that kind of looked like lupin, but it wasn't lupin. Um, and they were kind of purple blue color. And I don't know. I'll try to remember to post some pictures. Anyway, it was beautiful. So we stayed up there and had lunch. There was you can't camp at the lake. There's a lot of rules up there in the wilderness area, and one of them is no camping. And you can't have like motor boats on the lake or anything like that, which is fine. You could do a canoe or a raft, um, as long as it's not motorized. Uh, they did have a Forest Service bathroom there, but I was kind of bummed out they didn't have any picnic tables. That would have been nice because I would have liked to had a picnic there at the lake. So we had to go 2 miles back down the mountain. Well, we didn't have to, but to the camping area, which did have picnic tables, and we had our picnic there. So that was okay too. It just wasn't as pretty as the lake. So that was a lot of fun. But like I said, the road was, let's see, how far? I can't remember how many miles it was. I want to say like 30 miles or something like that. But from the main road. But the road is so rocky and gravel and all that that it took like almost 2 hours to drive 30 miles. So. Hey, Gloria. Hi, June. Oh, yeah, that is for sure. We did find a little bit of garbage up at the lake, like little pieces like bottle caps, pull tabs, and I just, if I see it, I pick it up. And that really irritates me. The other thing that irritates me is they leave garbage in the fire pit. Okay. The fire pit is not a garbage can. Uh, take it with you. You brought it in. There's no reason why you can't take it back out with you. So don't leave it for somebody else to pick up. Yeah, it just ruins it for other people. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I always carry garbage sacks in my car because it doesn't matter where we go, what campground we stop at, people always leave the garbage. Always. Even if there's a garbage can there, they still, you know, just throw their trash. And I just don't understand that. Maybe I have a better appreciation for it because when I was a kid, one of my jobs was I had to take either a garbage sack or like a bucket, you know, a 5-gallon bucket with a handle, and I had to go around the yard, the driveway, you know, the whole property, and pick up any garbage that happened to be there. Like, you know, that was my job once a month. And I actually do that here at home because I have a husband who thinks that when he works on the car, that he can just throw, you know, little pieces of wire here or there or whatever, you know, and it really irritates me. So I have one of those helpers. I don't know what they call them, but they're really long. They have a squeeze handle, and they have like a picker upper on the other end. And I go around and I use that to pick up whatever, you know. I just do not like garbage on the ground outside. I just don't like it. Like if I'm doing something outside where I create garbage, put the garbage in my pocket. You know, how hard is that? Okay, I'm done ranting about that. Let's see who else is here. Hey Mona, how are you doing? Exactly, Katie. I'm like, if you want to be a slob, do it in your own yard. When I lived in Oregon, they uh, came up with another new law, and it was like an eyesore law. So you had to keep, you know, your area around your property clean and not turn it into a dump. Um, because that happens a lot in the rural areas, you know, because it's, you know, hard for people to take things to the dump or the appropriate recycling facility, whatever, you know. So it just piles up. So Oregon came up with a law for that, and there were quite a few people upset. And they gave them, I think, like 5 years or something like that to get it cleaned up. But there were a lot of places that were major dumps. And you can't buy the property next door because, you know, property value just goes right. All right. Hey, Jolyn, how's it going? Sorry, I don't mean to put my face like right in the camera. I kind of raised my camera. I had to, you know, change things around. Oh, okay. So I changed my area a little bit for this horse project because it is so big, you know. It's called The Horse. There's a black and white It is a pattern by Emily Taylor, and here's her colored picture of the horse. If you do it her way, it measures out 36 by 47. And I had a really hard time doing it back here on the design wall, mainly because I couldn't see the pattern, right? So I got a small piece of glass that came out of a picture frame, and I used that for a while on part of this horse. Okay, well, I was getting to the point where I needed to move down, further down on the horse, and that glass just wasn't going to work. You know, it wasn't big enough. I could tape it up over there on the patio door, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so I have pretty big windows in the house, around the house, and they all pretty much all have storm windows on them. So I went into the bedroom next door and I took the storm window off off the window. Okay. I cleaned it really good. Then now I have it propped up on an easel because I still needed it to be at an angle. And instead of, I just didn't want it to be flat. Need it to be on an angle so I can have lights under it. So I have some of those light bars under there, and it's working out pretty darn good. So let me show you. All right, so you can see the window. So that's what I'm doing, okay? So I can move the light bar around under here. Okay, I'll turn it off. I have two lights on under here. Okay, I can move them down if I want to, see something down lower. So this is working really good, you know, and it was really cheap. It didn't cost me anything, except for this window is extremely heavy. Okay, it is extremely heavy. Oh, can you see Willa? Yeah, she's right there, chewing on a bone. All right, so is that a good enough view for you guys, or do you want me to move the camera closer? Let me know. I could bring it a little bit closer if you needed it to be closer. All right, so I got actually can't see it too good in the camera, but I do have some of the lights done along the jaw of the horse. Um, and I'm working on over here. I put the dark in around the eyeball. So now you can see where the eyeball is. Exactly, Patty. Where there's a will, there's a way. She likes my idea. Lots of people like the idea. Yeah, my brain is one of those that tries to come up with new ways of doing things. I like to try to figure things out, you know. That's where Brandon and I have a hard time working on things together because I try to come up what I think is the easy way. Of course, he thinks his is the easy way. Hi, Donna B. How's it going? Hi, Cherie. How are you? Okay, I don't see any comments on where the camera is, so I'm just going to go ahead and go. Keep going here. If you do want the camera to be closer, just let me know. Hi, Leanne. All right. So, um, so I just got done putting in my lightest colors in through here. Now I'm just gonna go to like the eyeball, and now I'm going to go to the next colors. And I think right here is white, and that's, I think, because of the reflection for the eye. So I might put that in before I move on to the next colors. And it doesn't, I don't think it has to be like white, white, white. It can be like creamy white. Camera is good. Okay. Yes, looks good from here. Thank you for your input. I appreciate that. Now, since I'm doing this eye, I'm going to be, so this is one of the important things, okay? Okay, before I get going further, let me say I have been having internet problems the last 3-4 days, and power has been going out. So if I disappear and don't come back within a couple of minutes, then my system is probably down. So if I freeze, you know, my screen freezes or anything, let me know in the chat, somebody, because I'll see that. If you just say frozen or something like that, then I might be able to restart. But since I have the camera turned, I can't see now um, when it's frozen. So if you wouldn't mind doing that for me, I would appreciate it. All right. So when you're doing these collages, there's some important areas that you really want to try to get down as much as possible. And the main one is the animal's eye. Okay. So normally with the rest of this, you know, I just cut out pieces and whatever. I don't always measure the spot, right? But with the eyeball, I want, I really want it to look like an eyeball. And, you know, to me, the eyeballs are a view into the soul. So I think an eyeball needs to show life, right? And so I'm going to take this black piece back off because I want to trace the other piece. All right. So I know I can have this eyeball actually right down here so I can still see it. So I'm going to trace these lighter pieces. And then there's some hair that just comes down over the top of the eye. So there's that too. All right. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is I have this light piece, and I'm just going to peel my paper back like this, and then I'm going to lay it over the top of the eye. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm just going to trace out those pieces that I want. Okay, so I did that. Now I have to flip it over and retrace it so I can see it on the background, on the back, I mean. Okay, now I've done that. And now I'll iron this back down before I cut it. Okay, I'll just let that cool for a minute. Thank you, Judy. Let it cool. And now I have it marked in the back, so I can just go ahead and cut that out. Okay. Now, like I said, this isn't white. It has a little bit of, it's kind of creamy colored, and then it has a little bit of other color in it too, but not very much on one corner. So I just kind of feel like that'll put some shading in that eyeball. All right, so I'm just going to double check this piece. Okay, that looks good. Bring my other piece back over, put it where it's supposed to go, and then now I'm going to put my white piece on there, and I'm going to put it under the black. It looks about right. Then I'll press that. So I am attaching it to the eyeball. Okay. Then I can pick it back up, move it aside, because I have another light color down here. It's not white, it's the next shade, but it's just a little teeny bit of it. It's like a little circle right there. I don't know why they did that. Oh, I think it's part of the iris, I guess. Okay, so looks like even though she has it in the pattern, she didn't do it in the on the picture. She didn't put that piece in there, or at least it doesn't look like it to me. So I don't know if I want it to be that light, and it's going to be on top of the black. Let's see, what color would I want there? I want it light, but not too light. So I'm just looking through my just making sure it's still on. Making sure I'm still there. Yep, still there. I have to tell you, this piece right here, that almost looks like an eyeball to me. So I could cut some of that out and use that in there. Might be too white though. This piece of fabric would be really good for the ocean also, or mountains. I don't use solids in general in any of my projects. So this, I tend to use batiks in my collage, but you can use other printed fabric like Emily Taylor. She doesn't use much batiks. She uses printed fabrics. Uh, so I'm just not a solids person. So thanks, Geraldine. Um, as humans, I think we are geared, for lack of a better word, um, to see faces, to see eyes, to see faces and things. And I think it's a uh, leftover survival thing. So when we were, running in the jungle or whatever, uh, we could detect faces from a long distance. So it would help save our lives, right? Whether it's an animal face or another human face or whatever. And I saw a documentary on it one time. And, I just believe that that is true because, I tend to see faces from things. Like I can see faces in certain carpet patterns or curtains or trees or fabric. Okay, back to finding the color I want. Anybody ever see that documentary? It was pretty interesting. So I want it light enough that it shows up on this eyeball, but not too light. because I already got the white there. Okay, so I'm going to try and figure out what I... Okay, so here's what the piece I'm working with. Okay, so you see how light this is right there? I'm going to try and get that piece for the inside of my eye there. So I just, like I did before, I'm just going to pull this back. Okay, I got that pulled back. And I'm going to just, because this is such a big piece, I'm going to mark kind of where the middle of this light area is that I want. Just like put a little dot there. Okay, then I can pull that back. Now I'm going to put it on top of my piece here. All right, then I'll trace that. Now, most of this is going to have hair coming down over the eyeball. But we'll all know that it's still there. Okay. Trace it around on the back. All right. So I got that done. Now I'll just iron that back down on there. Okay. So I'll cut this out. The thing I like about batiks is there's so many different shadings on the piece that you know, on one piece. And so you don't have to just, I don't know, it gives you more options, I feel like, you know. So really one piece of fabric turns into 10 because of all the lights and darks in it. Okay, so here's my little piece. Let's see how it looks on my eyeball here. And I have to figure out where it is on this eye. That might not be even light enough. Back a little more. But it's a good start, and I can always use mine. Whoops. Dang it. I could always use the ink tints pen. Which is what I think I'll end up doing. Gosh, the glue on that is not working. Okay, so I'm going to get my tacky glue. I'm going to get a little bit of clear Elmer's glue and just put a little dab on the back. Because for some reason, the glue from my fusible is not working right. Okay, just back on there where it be. Good enough. I wouldn't quilt inside of this eyeball. So I will use permanent glue on these at some point. All right, so there's that. That's good enough for now. And need another little piece. A white one, kind of white. Fill this in. I think I need a little bit bigger than that. So, hey Randy, how's it going? Oh, I'm spinning. Um, oh, thanks, Sherry. I hope that helps. No, no, I haven't kept track of my hours, but I have been working on this during the live stream, so I could go back and add up all this horse live stream hours, and I guess that would tell me. Of course, I'd have to go over and add Katie's in there too when I worked on it. If I was doing these for customers, then I might kind of keep track of my time, but I wouldn't at this point in my collage quilting experience. I don't think I would do one for like a customer, to charge somebody because for one thing, it takes me so long, you know. Maybe after I do a lot more of these, maybe I would do people's animals for them. I think that would be a cool thing to do. All right. Let's, Oh, I see why. That hair is coming down over that. So I think I'm just gonna cut off another white piece and put it in the back of that just to stabilize it. I don't really need it for visual looks. Okay. But hey, that didn't stick on there. See? Okay. That's good on that part of the eye now. A little bit, you know. See, horses around a lot. Yes, exactly. So what are you guys working on? Keep spinning. I'm sorry, guys. It's my weather. I know it's annoying. Okay, I'm just going to sit down for a minute. Need to rest my back. Yep, there I went. Hey, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. Hey, Kathy. How you doing, girl? Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. I gotta run downstairs. Like, I can hear something bawling outside, like might be a baby deer. So I'll be right back. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna go back out there in just a second. I went down and told Brandon about it, so he's gonna go look. Uh, but he can't hear it at all, so I might have to go. But let me go here. Let me go see if I can hear it again. Okay, I don't hear anything now, but it could be because it's raining. And mostly I can hear rain. But Brandon said there was a baby deer over that way a couple of days ago, and so we have like baby whitetail deer, and it kind of sounds like a, I don't know, have you ever heard a lamb bawl like "Bah?" That's what it kind of sounds like. So he's gonna go look and see. He said it might be calling for its mom because they do that, you know. Um, but he's gonna go look and see if he can find anything. Oh, good. I'm glad you hear and see me. I keep, you know, the weather here is just so bad. Rainstorm, thunder, lightning, all of that stuff. My internet has just been terrible. Yeah, well, you know, she's getting pretty old and she didn't go outside with me just a few minutes ago. So that's probably why, you know, she slept through it. How are you today, Jean? Just click on the live, the red button on your screen, you know, where if you touch your screen on the bottom, it should pop up a bunch of different things that you can do. And look for that little, if it's white, then you're not live. Click on it and it'll turn red. And then that'll jump you forward to the live. I got to do that constantly because my lag time. Oh, great. Glad you got it. Yeah, now that it's really raining too. Shoot. Now I'm just going to worry about that animal till Brandon tells me. Yeah. I'm going to go look again. Okay, I do see Brandon out there, so he's looking for a guy. Good thing he's got a hat on because it's really pouring rain. Okay. I'm brain dead from basting on the floor. My top is 72 by 84. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of basting. Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, I try to come on Sundays around 2 o'clock. I did start early today because, well, I was awake. So I thought, what the heck? I might as well get started. And today I'm working on my collage quilt. This is called The Horse. It's by Emily Taylor from Collage Quilter. And it is, oh, you spray base because you use the cutie frame. Gotcha. Uh, this is going to be pretty big. It's 36 by 47 when it's done. And here's a photo of it. And so I've been working on it for a while. All right, back to it. Now, is that, I gotta look and see if it's really light color. Yeah, it is. But they don't have that in the photo. They show it on the pattern as light, but in the photo, it's darker. Oh, I guess it is kind of light. All right. Medium light is what they show. Okay, so I think I will use this one. And again, I'm going to move this eyeball out of the way. My back is starting to hurt. I need to go work on something else for a while, I guess. I don't want that. Is this better? Yeah, and I can kind of see through that. So I'm going to just draw right on the fabric here. Lightly. And I need a little bit of dark, which this has a little bit of dark. So I might just go ahead and pick that up too. Now I have to cut a long ways into there. See what that's gonna look like. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. Move my eyeball back over here. Hey Linda, how's it going? I just want it to overlap there a little bit. Now I need medium dark in here. Let's see, what do I want to use? I think I'll use like a blue something. Hey, Melissa. Oh, hey, Kim. How's the grandbaby? And the kiddos. All right. I'm going to use this blue here. See how it has a lighter area right there? I'm going to try and pinpoint some of that for underneath the eyeball here. So remove that eye again. I'm going to end up not having any glue on the back of that because I keep moving. All right. Let's see. And yeah, I think that'll be a good spot. I'm going to cut some of this off so it stays out of my way. I'm going to use the angles that I see on the fabric to kind of help me. All right. I think anywhere on there is good. So I'm just going to peel that off. Put this piece of paper back on there. And sketch that out. Okay. Flip it over and draw it out again. Now, that back on there. Press it back down. Okay, let it cool off. Yeah, it's a blue batik. Hi, Laura. No, I came on early. You're not late. Okay. I'll go ahead and cut that out. Just tinkering around with this horse. Okay, so that's what I got. All right, I'm gonna lay that on there, and then I'll bring my eyeball back over here. Make sure everything's lined back up. I should have left that a little bit bigger. Dang it. Okay, let that cool off a little bit more. Thanks, Laura. Oh, yes, Melissa, I am using batiks on the whole thing. Yep. Okay. So here's my eyeball so far. Eyeball so far. Still a lot more to do with that, but it is a good start. I'm not going to iron it back down because I got to do over here on this side. So I'll just have to pick it back up anyway. So. All right, let's see. What's the next color? Another medium light. Something that will go well with the horse's eye. Because I'm still doing around the horse's eye. I don't think this piece that I put in the middle is light enough. All right, need a piece right there. Look at my photo. I might have to lighten this up underneath the eyeball a little bit more. But it's okay for now. All right, I need another light blue. Yeah, I think this one will work. Hey, Susie. How's it going? Oh, thanks, Laura. Well, you could get one if you want to try this. Get one that are that's easier, and that is a kit that comes with the fabric and everything. Because this one, you cut out your own pieces, you know, and there are other ones that have the patterned pieces, so it makes it a bit easier. Like those other horses that I've done, those were a lot easier than this one. I have one, a raccoon I need to do too, or finish up, that I started a long time ago. When you start getting the light, lighter fabrics around that eye, that starts bringing that eyeball out too. Coming along, coming along. Yeah, maybe with a kit and pattern piece. Oh, yeah, painting with fabric. Never been able to paint. Oh, all right. I need to sit down for a second. My back, my back. Oh, I might be able to put some of these other pieces that are down here. Put in some of these light pieces here. I can reach those. See, this is So eyeball, eyeball over here, but just, you only see part of it. And then the horse's muzzle is over here on this side. So he has his head turned. Oh, 2 o'clock already. Hi, Deb. How you doing? All right. So I've already got my lights in right here. You can't, I don't know if you can really see it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. So now I go up. Won't be light light. Will be the next. It'll be a little darker. I'm going to move my lights out of the way here. And start bringing in things that are a little bit on the next scale. So like, here's some of my light. Well, this one's a little bit darker, but I've been using the lightest parts of this as light. Okay, but these are my really light ones. So this would be, the next things up from that. These here. See? So that's what I'm going to move on to. So I'll just move those out of the way. Plus this one. Got a lot of lights in it. This one has a lot of lights in it. And this light purple one got a lot of lights in it. Lights and darks. All right. And I think that's good. All right. So it shows this whole big area right here as one piece of fabric, but you don't do it that way on me. So basically what she's telling you on this project is this whole area is in this one color range. I mean, you could put a whole one piece of color fabric right there if you wanted to, but then it wouldn't really be, collagey, right? All right, so let's see. Start up here. And you need to have that contrast. So collage is just like, your regular quilting. If you don't, you need to have the contrasting fabrics. So you're trying to get that burst or pops of color, right? And what I really, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. What I really like about batiks is it gives me so much more range of light, darks, and different colors. So really, by using these, it's less work. And you can even fussy cut if you see, a pattern in the fabric that you like. You can just fussy cut that out and leave it in there. Like this is like a leaf. So I just cut that out. I saw a commercial for Married with Children the other day, and now I got that stupid song in my head. Oh, I just hate it when it happens. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, thanks for putting in people's channels. I really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed to the links that you see in the chat, go on over and check them out. Give them some love. Say hi. A lot of them on here go live, but some of them don't either. So a lot of good videos out there. You might be missing out. Hey, Brenda. Oh, she just retracted that. Could be having problems with that keyboard again. All right. Now, I love this applique. Look at that. This one looks so good on here. And there's so many places to pick from on here, too. Well, then, Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda. It's my fault. I came on early. I did schedule the video. I was hoping people would see that I was coming on earlier. And then I just kind of move these around in the space that I have for it and then see where I might like it. So you're still trying to put the fabrics uh, in complementary places. That makes sense. Of course, what I think might look good, other people, you know, might think, oh, hey, that looks like. Still raining out there. Like that one. Oh no, Brenda. Oh no. That is not good. She said, I am so frustrated. My new to me platinum Juki locked up, needle bent, didn't break. Oh, that is not good. Right there. And cut a little bit of this off here. Boy, it's pouring. Oh no. Making a pillowcase. It was the last stitch. You've only had it for a month? Ugh. Yeah, not good. Yesterday when I was live with Katie, I sewed like 8 blocks together without any thread. Yeah, I was not happy. It's like, you know, in this day and age, they really should be able to make sewing, all the sewing machines, uh, tell you when you're running out of thread, right? Yeah, it's not the first time I've done air sewing, but let's see. I think I want that one on top. There. Go over a little bit more. Got to make sure they're overlapping a little bit here and there. Sometimes, too, when you're doing this, you want to find fabric that has the correct angles that you're going for. So if something is going around, you kind of want to find a pattern on your fabric that makes that round motion. So you're getting motion into your uh, collage also. Got to have a motion. Yeah, I have a Viking sewing machine, it tells me, but my brother's doesn't. That Viking is the only one I have that tells me. Yeah, take out that hole beside your bobbin, take out the bobbin housing, take all of that out and feel all the way around that. I broke a needle one time and it bent in there and it scratched the bobbin housing part that you don't normally take out, you know? And It was catching my thread and creating a nest on the bottom of my project. Anyway, I was able to find it with my finger. That's why I'm doing that, because I ran my finger along it, and then I found it. It was just like a little hairline scratch that had like a little burr poking up in it. So then I went and got the finest sandpaper I could find, and I sanded it down, and then it was fine. Put everything back together, and then it worked fine. Oh, I know. My Viking, I'll never get the money back out of it that I put into it, and not even like trade in or anything like that. And my Viking hat has all the embroidery stuff with it, which I thought I would use, and I still haven't used it. And I've had that machine, oh no, 4 or 5 years now, I think, and I still haven't used any of the embroidery stuff. One of these days, maybe. So at this point, that was a waste of money. But if I wouldn't have bought it that way, then I would have regretted it, right? You always want something that you don't have. So I would have wanted the embroidery option. I just know it. I just know I would have. I need to clean up this table that's over here in this corner. If I would do that, then I could bring that machine up and set up the embroidery part of it and give it a try. Oh boy. The dog woke us up last night. She wanted to go outside. 1:30, quarter to 2. So then I couldn't get comfortable enough to get back to sleep. So I tossed and turned for about a half hour. And finally I said, all right, enough of this. And I got up. I even made coffee, went out, had coffee. Well, it's half and half, so half decaf, half regular. Watched a few videos, then I laid back down and fell asleep. But I didn't lay back down until like 6 o'clock, and then I slept for 2 hours, so it was like a nap. So I had a nap night. Oh, that's a good idea, Laura. Yeah, I would like to do my own quilt labels. Oh no, Brenda. You sewed like 50 half square triangles. Yeah, I miss those sewing days, Brenda, that we had with Tiffany. It was Tiffany was usually up sewing, and I'm guessing she still is. She just doesn't go live while she's doing it. That's what I should have done, was just come upstairs and go live and see who was awake. All right. What's the next color that I would like to put there? This one might be all right. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Thank you. Hey, Leanna, sorry about that. Hello all. I'm coming to say hi, hit the thumbs up. It's Sunday and we are watching a movie. Awesome. Oh, I'm doing all right, Teresa. I'm all right. Before I got a stupid song in my head. Kathy said, hi, Teresa. Oh, yeah, I feel like a nap. Teresa says she is listening while loading the dishwasher. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Oh, geez, Brenda said she's been falling asleep about 6:37 and wakes up at 1:30. That's not good. Yeah, I'm getting really tired. Hi, Jess. How you doing? Maybe I should get up and walk around for a minute. Oh, yeah, I sat there too long. Now I'm all stiff. Oh boy. Well, it finally quit raining out there. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I just kind of tired. Okay. Thank you. I had to go to the little girl's room and walk around a little bit. Can you guys see that very well? I think I'm going to bring you closer for a second. Hold on. See how that looks. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the pattern under there a little bit better now. He's coming along. Yeah, family can wear you out, especially if they come to your house and you're the one doing all the cooking and stuff, or friends show up unexpectedly from out of town. Oh, so good to see you. That's why I like to have like ribs and stuff like that in the freezer because, just about everybody likes pork ribs, right? Those are pretty easy to do. Now, I bet my camera is probably going to run out of battery juice. I didn't think about that. Ooh. Oh, That won't be good. What I like to do is pick up a piece of fabric here and use it a few times and then find a different piece. Okay. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's really hard to get the back off of the fabrics. I still got that stupid song in my head. Oh, yeah, I hear you. I always needed a vacation after I got home from a vacation. Because whenever I went on vacation, I ended up sick when I was working, you know? So I'd come home from vacation, then I'd be sick and have to go to work. It almost was not worth it. That painter's tape doesn't work very well on fabric. I didn't realize that it kept sliding down. Hi, Lori. Looks like I cut off his hair right here. He's got bangs. There's going to be a lot more long pieces coming down through here. So, but right now, it looks like he's got a bang cut. Okay. I was reading comments. Kind of quiet here today, isn't it, guys? Yeah, I wish YouTube allowed you to play the radio. So if I just happen to blink out, no more video, please know that my battery probably died or the power went out. I'm surprised my phone battery hasn't died yet because I've been on since what, 12:30, and it's almost 3 now. Yeah, no wonder I'm tired. Yeah, I have, I think it's about 10 to 3. Linda, no, it's not like regular applique. You know, in regular applique, you would stitch around every little piece. So, what they do is they do like free motion quilting, but it's like stippling, little teeny stippling, and they just go around and quilt the whole thing. Some people switch up the thread, so just use really, you know, dark threads in your dark areas and lighter thread in the lighter areas. So they kind of thread paint. There's a lot of ways to finish them off. Some people will take that tula or tule or tool, and it's like, the really tiny netting, and lay it over the whole top of it, and then go in and quilt it. There's a few different ways you can finish them. But oh yeah, if you that would be a real pain if you did it each piece of fabric. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would take forever. Yeah, that's right, Joan. The horse says, "Do you like my new haircut? You like this style?" Well, I think it's looking pretty good. So, got a lot of lights in this area. So, I I don't know if any of you guys remember, but when I was working up here, um, and I put all the darks down first, and then I came in with the lights, and I kept saying, I think I should have put the lights down first and then darks. I think that is working better. So that's what I did down here is I started with the lighter fabrics, and then, I'm just, going to my darker ones and building up from there. And I'm kind of doing it in, chunks. So I'm kind of basically trying to work in this area. Unless I cut off a piece of fabric and I go, oh, I think that'll look better over here, then I'll stick it over there or over here. But I'm trying to stay away from the last dark until the very end. Yeah, it's coming right along. But I'm going to have to go, you guys, because my back is really starting to kill me. So I'm going to let you guys all say goodbye to everybody while I turn stuff off. And I'm going to go lay down and take a little nap for a while. Start turning off lights. You can kind of really see that now. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that really shows up now. Oh, yeah. Let's turn one more light on. Oh, yeah, that looks cool. You can really see the fabric now. through it. Huh. See how much lighting changes things? Yeah, so pretty cool. I'm glad I did that. Really, really changed the look of that horse now, didn't it? Huh, interesting. And, you know, I like the way that eyeball turned out now too, or is starting to anyway. And you can really see the light up here in the eyeball. So anyway, alrighty, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And hopefully see you sometime next week. Next Sunday, I think, is still a go. And yeah, oh yeah, next Sunday, let's try and do that. Jamie, are you still there? Um, that project. Oh, I forgot to bring that up. Uh, the project bag. Oh, I'll wait and see. She might have already left. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. Oh, gosh. Can't do it next Sunday. We have a cookout. Okay. All righty. So maybe the following Sunday. Well, let me know. We'll do a project bag. I'll tell you guys, I'll get out the supply list. So if you don't want to do the project bag from June Taylor, then we can do my project bag, which is a free pattern. And I'll tell you what those supplies are. So, all right. I mean, not today, but I'll put a list out. All right, you guys, take care. Love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.